Today we're going to be going through the process of detailing my 2006 Mazda Miata. She's seen some better days and I learned a lot about this car as I went through and cleaned her up. We'll be starting off with a waterless wash, followed by clay barring the surface, compounding out the majority of the scratches with Ultimate Compound, polishing with Optimum Hyper Polish due to issues, as you'll see, and then ceramic coating it after an IPA wipe down with AutoCAN's Economy ceramic coating. This video will be broken up into multiple parts and later released as one whole video for anyone crazy enough to watch a 40-minute detailing video. Starting off with the rinseless wash, we're using our spray bottle with Optimum No Rinse Wash and Wax. You could use Wash and Shine as well, I just happen to have run out and am waiting for more to come in. This spray mixture is 2 capfuls of O&R and then filled with water and shaken up. Nothing too scientific and or accurate, but it does what we need it to do, and this will also work as our clay bar lubricant in the next step. We're simply spraying the surface, making sure it's sufficiently wet, and then wiping off all of the disgusting dirt and God knows what else with our microfiber cloth. Best practice is to wipe in one direction at a time and not use circular motions, as you'll just be grinding that dirt and debris into your paint. This poor Miata is so filthy that you can actually see the hard water spots showing through while the car is damp. I'd picked this car up a few months back knowing it had seen better days, but had not realized that this whole car had been repainted, as it was moderately gross when I picked it up then as well. This isn't too much of a concern to me though. The paint job it's definitely not the best, as the car is mechanically sound and I picked it up to have as a fun little Miata again, not as a show car. Normally speaking, you would use a few different cloths when cleaning a car this dirty, and you'd have a dedicated cloth for the lower parts of the car, such as the bottom of the front and rear bumpers, bottom of the door panels and rocker panels, and places such as that. Because this car is pretty tiny and already knew the paint was far from being fully fixable without a respray, I opted to just fold my cloth over to a new spot whenever I went over these areas. One big area that a lot of people seem to forget about are the door jambs. While I'm not a fan of detailing jambs with a polisher due to them typically having thinner paint than the rest of the car, it's normally a safe bet to take the time to hand polish them, as that'll remove the majority of the scratches in the jambs. I obviously didn't bother doing that here as it wasn't worth the trouble. Not too sure what happened to the footage of me cleaning the deck lid and bumper, but that's fine. We'll just move on to the driver's side. A lot of the same stuff here as we saw with the other side. never mind, I guess I set the camera up in a way that you can't see me doing the work. I know I get better shots with the rest of the detail. Anyway, with the waterless wash completed, it's time to move on to the clay bar. I'm sure I'll get some flack for how gross my clay bar is, but I fully expect it. By all means, tell me your thoughts on using clay bar for more than one car in the comments below. I'd love to know what y'all think about it. The clay bar step allows us to remove the surface level contaminants so that when we move on to compounding and polishing, we're not just grinding those into the paint and causing more damage. It's also recommended to use an iron decontaminant as well, but I don't have any and it's kind of expensive, like $30 a bottle, so I typically don't use them as a hobbyist. They do help remove more contaminants from the surface and can make the cleaning steps notably quicker. When it comes to using the clay bar, we're going to liberally spray the surface so that way our clay bar can easily glide over the surface. You do not want your clay bar to skip or stick, as that will very quickly mar the surface. We're going to work our way around the whole car doing this. This is, in my opinion, the absolute bare minimum one should do before touching a polisher to a car. And yes, that even includes those huge ones that are meant for like applying wax only. If I was just going for a quick one-step detail, I'd be using a cleaner wax after this step and would call it good. They're designed to remove very fine scratches and still leave a layer of protection, combining multiple steps into one. Just bear in mind that a jack of all trades is a master of none. Now, I don't really have a whole lot to say during this process here. It's slow and tedious, but necessary. Since this will be the first and likely longest video in this small detailing series for this car, I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on things you'd like to see from the channel. We have some more educational stuff coming up, some more detailing related videos, such as comparisons for products, a few simple review types as I've done before on here, a few hobby related videos with some woodworking as I've got a few things I need to fix up, potentially some videos on the garage as I continue to build it, the same one we're working in currently, which is just a 20x20 party tent. I've also been considering more household videos as well for some of the renovations I've been doing. I also would like to get better at making drone footage, so we may see more of that on the channel as well as I learn to get better videos with my drone. I know it's a bit all over the place, but this channel is designed for me to share my hobbies and passions. It's not meant to be just one singular thing. The MVC in the channel actually alludes to this, as it stands for Multi-Venture Channel. And I think that's enough of my rambling. Let's continue to watch me slowly clay bar this Miata and enjoy some relaxing lo-fi from Stream Beats. this brings part 1, the basic prep for detailing a car, to an end. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all new content as it comes out. You won't want to miss the following parts where I get to overcome such hurdles as detailing with bees trying to become a little too friendly, multiple pad and battery related issues, and even a larger polishing mishap in part 3. Stay tuned, and until then, thanks so much for watching, and take care.